Spurs and the Thunder, they're playing at 7:30 on Saturday on NBC and Peacock. We're hopping back on the jet, making our way back out to OKC. By the way, the Thunder, since they've moved to Oklahoma City, they are 4-0 in Game 7. So we'll see whether or not they will win the Western Conference. That game coming up soon, but let's go into the locker room and hear from Chet Holmgren and Julian Champagnie after this game.
You guys work all year to have these Game 7s at home. Just, how important is that, just to go back home and have this final game?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people say regular season games only matter so much, but this is exactly why they do matter. We saw it twice last year, and we were able to fight all regular season for the right to play any Game 7 at home, and and now it comes down to this.
What's the preparation and mindset necessary to win Game 7?
Yeah. I feel like at this point in the series, there's no huge reworks and changes. There's going to be, stuff that the coaches give us before the game, and we have to key in on what they give us and what we need to do out there. And then at the end of the day, it's just leave everything out there, because it's Game 7. It's there's nothing to save anything for, if that makes sense.
You guys spoke entering the series about enjoying facing this level of competition, being tested, and your 6 games in, going to 7. Can you speak to just the total group effort it is taking, and this is pushing you guys to?
Yeah, no. You don't. You can either love winning or love competing, it's really. This series is all about competing. You can't go out there and be lackadaisical, and there's no guaranteed win in this series. You have to go out there and grit out and grind for every single win, and that's what we have an opportunity to do.
Anything else?
But to hold the defending champs to 13 third-quarter points, I mean, what kind of effort did that take?
Obviously, we went on a big run that quarter. I think it was 20-2 or something like that. Vic was great. Steph was great. I think everybody was just locked in. A lot of our rotations were on point. I think as a team, we kind of felt the tide turning. So we knew that, that was a point where it's like, all right, well, we could play around with the game and let them stay in the game, or finish them off and have a relaxed fourth quarter. So I think that was kind of the biggest thing for us, was just let's get it done now and get ready for the next one.
Julian, I'm curious what you saw from this big fella from after Game 5 to today. He chooses not to talk to us after the game. A big deal was made out of that. He seemed pretty frustrated. Then shows up in the Shaolin robe before the game. Like, what kind of? Does that send the message that he's ready to rock? Like, what did you see from him?
I think he was just more assertive today. That's all it was. Honestly and truly, obviously for us, we think he's the best player in the world. I think he's the best player in the world. I think, he should know that. He should feel that. I just think today he came out and the shots that he took were the ones that he wanted to take. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a 3, a couple early 3s, he shot them like he wanted them. Worked his way towards the basket, ran the floor, rebounded. He was hitting first. He was being physical. And I think he just showed his dominance the whole night.
Did he move like himself between games in terms of just being vocal and not vocal, or did he get quieter maybe? Like,
he was himself. Obviously, that the game we lost in OKC Game 5 was a tough one for all of us. We wanted to go in there and get that one and have an opportunity to close it on our home court. And it just didn't go that way. Watching the film back, we all knew that the game was a rough one in a lot of ways for all of us. So I think it's natural to be frustrated after a game like that, and him probably wanting to play better. That's just who he is as a person. But it didn't change his approach, his personality, who he is as a person. He came in here, was the same guy, smile on his face, leader of the team, did his thing.
So he did his thing. So did Dylan Harper, the rookie. 18 points in this one. Remember, the previous 2 games, he had just 3 field goals made. And in this one, he goes 6 for 9 in 22 minutes, gets those 18 points. And that was huge for this squad that needed to use their bench. And for the first time, they actually outscore OKC. I feel like we haven't spent enough time talking about when OKC had the chance to close out this series, this was the opportunity for them. And they didn't do it. I'm going to come to you first, T-Mac, because you love to get on a stoop and let us know what went wrong.
Well, I think when you look at this.
You just ate it, too.
Well, I'm on the stoop.
Just on the stoop.
I think when you look at this team in San Antonio, obviously they're led by Wemby. And when Wemby goes, San Antonio Spurs goes. I mean, it's just his energy and what he brings to the game is infectious to his teammates. But I'm looking ahead to Game 7. And we really haven't discussed this.
Okay.
Like, do we really think San Antonio, with 2 rookies coming off their bench and Dillon and Carter Bryant that plays significant minutes, to go into OKC and perform in a Game 7?
We gonna find out.
Anything can happen in Game 7. That's why you don't want that to happen.
It can happen, but that's why that pressure is on Wemby, because you have 2 rookies coming off your bench in a Game 7 to go against a Caruso, Casey Wallace, these guys that are battle-tested, right? And they understand what a Game 7 at this stage feels like. So it's a wait and see how these guys perform.
Back like that.
I know.
I've never heard of like
I don't know.
It's a wait and see for me. I'm going with OKC in Game 7, but it's a lot of pressure
I'm
on
gonna give you
these
some
young
time.
fellas.
Don't worry, I'll ask you right before the game. If you
I'm
wanna
going with
change your mind,
OKC.
you wanna change your mind,
I'm
you got
already
time.
putting it out. It's just 2 rookies coming off your bench. They have to be superb in a Game 7 in a hostile environment. Man, that's tough.
But the one thing that I have to say that is going in the favor of the Spurs is that they now believe. You know, we've been punched, we've been knocked down, we fought back to this. I think Stephon Castle said we feel like we're the best team.
Yeah.
We feel like we're the best team. Like that's like it wasn't like we're giving ourselves a chance. We feel like we're the best team.
Yeah.
We looked at the film and said, nah, that's unacceptable. So the difference between what happened in Game 5 and Game 6, they're going to have to
Don't say watch film.
be aware of it.
Okay.
No, not that. Be aware
X's
of it.
and O's is out the
And,
window.
yeah, and you're
I
going to
like
have to
film.
fix that because when you get on that plane, like it's nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters but Game 7 and your preparation for that. And if you're not ready to go, like as a vet like Harrison Barnes and Fox, you see a guy not ready, I'm saying, hey, coach, nah. Like he's not, like you have to give everything you
Yeah.
have for this because if you win this game, your dream comes true as a basketball player. You know, you get the chance to play in the NBA Finals.
What? No, say that again. You get a chance to
You
play
get a
in
chance to
Madison Square
play in
Garden.
the
What you
NBA
finals. Say that again. Say that again.
We're not talking about
During the
this.
NBA Finals.
NBA Finals, baby. No, their bench. We go back to the bench. I know I said this is Wemby's and this is Shea's show. The bench. Which bench is going to come out focused, energized, ready to go? And tonight we saw San Antonio's bench. They was ready. Everybody was ready on San Antonio. And it just seemed like OKC's bench just couldn't figure it out. It was happening too quick for them. I think Game 7 will be the battle of the benches. I think OKC bench will come ready to play. I think Caruso will have a really good game. I think Lou Dort will shoot the ball better than he did in this game today. I think Isaiah Joe is going to play extra minutes. I think Coach Dago is going to give you something that we haven't seen thus far in this series. And if you got a card in your pocket, Coach, this is the time to go out there and play that card.
You know that what I think the X factor is? When you sit Wemby. I mean, plain and simple, because when we've seen
Wemby
playing 45.
He got to play 40.
but that's the X factor. That's why I said
this
that.
Game 7,
like,
bro.
When it's like, okay, you play to exhaustion, then I'm sitting you down. But just because you're at the 7-minute mark typically when he sits down, that's not tonight, big fella. You better, when you timeouts, you go get your breath. Other than that, I just feel like that's the X factor because we've seen things change.
I want to see OKC put together a 48-minute game. They haven't had a 48-minute game yet. They've been coming out down 15. They've been coming out down 17. Halftime, they come out 22 run. I want to see OKC put together a really great game that we haven't seen.
That's scary, though,
so far.
man. This is Game 7. We need a good game.
So what if it happens?
We don't need a blowout.
Maybe they were saving it for Game 7. I feel like every time a team wins, it seems like they will never lose again. This is like the best Spurs team we've ever seen, and they should be in the NBA. We've seen OKC do the same
weird
thing.
Series.
Right?
You can't figure this one out.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
I think for OKC, they know how to play in chaos. Can San Antonio play in chaos? We've seen OKC play in chaos. And for me, I trust the team the championship pedigree of a team that has played in chaos
Yeah.
to perform well in Game 7. And on top of that, they got the best closer, man.
Yeah.
They got the best closer. And someone that is poised, you know, he hasn't had a great series, but he's showing how great he really is.
Truly.
His defense is stifling. Like, they're on him. The game plan is to slow down Shea every night.
Yeah.
And he's performing well. Like, he's struggling a little bit, but overall, his impact on the game is still felt.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all's zealousness to continue to talk about this game. But eventually we do have to get on a plane. So
I'm ready for Game 7.
I got to get back to Shea, okay?
Gotta let
You
everybody
mentioned,
know.
right, the suffocating defense. Worst scoring game and plus minus for Shea here in
Shane,
Game
it seemed
6,
like you
addressing
guys
the
had
media now.
Things in kind of a manageable spot heading into halftime. What just felt off or not quite there in the third quarter?
Yeah, they just punched, and we didn't punch back. They were the aggressors tonight, from start to finish. They played harder than us, made more shots, were more aggressive. Like, we're in attack mode, and we were on our heels. Like you said, we kept it in a manageable spot, but the second half it just blew out of proportion.
Shay, you guys get Dub back, but I know he's probably limited minutes-wise. What's it like just having him back on the court and trying to get him going heading into hopefully a Game 7 that he can play?
Yeah, it's good to have him back. We just got to find spots for him to play with, like you said, the limited time he's getting. But it's always good to have a guy like that back.
Shay, statistically, these last 4 games, this is as tough of a shooting funk as you've been in, really, since you've become a star. What do you think are the factors there, and how can you get back to your norm in Game 7?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. A lot of the shots that I'm shooting, I've shot plenty of times before, and they feel good. They're just not going in. But yeah, it's too late to abandon my work and abandon my game and who I am. This late in the season, I got to trust it and live or die by it.
You guys obviously haven't lost a lot in these playoffs, but when you have lost, you've been able to respond. Why do you think you guys have been able to respond as well as you have the losses?
Yeah, we're just a motivated group, and we accept the challenge ahead. Like, every game is going to present a different challenge, and obviously when you lose, it hurts a little more, and there's a little bit extra motivation, and we tend to fight a little bit harder.
What's your comfort level knowing Game 7's back at home?
Honestly, anything can happen in a Game 7. Like, it's win or go home. It being in your building is nice, but like it doesn't really mean anything. Like, you have to go out there and be the better basketball team, or else your season's done, and that's what it comes down to. Now it's gonna be nice having our fans behind us and cheering us, but we got to go out there and be better. And if we're not better, our season will be over.
I mean, continue to approach games the way that we've approached all these games. Obviously, you win and lose games, but I think when we had the right approach, we've given ourselves a chance to win. So you don't want to change, any of that. It's still an NBA playoff game, and refs are probably going to want to swallow their whistle a little bit more. But at the end of the day, like I said, we go out there and we play the way that we know that we can play. Continue to be physical, continue to make things hard, and then also not turn the ball over. Gives ourselves a chance every possession to put a stamp on the game.
Following up to that, Dylan called you, and he did say that you got a lot of the advice. What are some of that advice you've given Dylan?
I mean, we want him to stay downhill, but I think the biggest thing with this team, and obviously playing this team so much, is just turnovers, being able to take care of the ball. Like I said, whenever we are able to get shots on the rim, that helps us. That helps us with being able to offensive rebound where you may make the shot. And I think when we're limiting our turnovers, especially with him and Steph, obviously they have the ball so much in their hands. When they're limiting their turnovers, it gives us so many more chances because, I mean, that's probably the best team in the league the last 3-4 years in capitalizing on teams' mistakes. And when we don't make many, like that team doesn't beat themselves. So whenever you give them those mistakes, it's tough to win a game.
You've seen Dev block 7-footers a lot during this postseason, and then another big one tonight. Just what did that do for you guys? Seeing, I mean, you really emoted after that one, which I don't know if we've kind of seen that level of reaction from him before.
It's been huge. I mean, not even just that. Like, he stopped 2-on-1, 3-on-1 fast breaks, and those are plays that you need. Those are big plays that happen throughout the course of a game. And I think when he did that, we might have been up like 4 or 5 points, and then it goes to 11, 12, 13. So being able to stop those kind of momentum shifting, those are plays that really save momentum. And when you're able to get that, and then we go back and score on the other end, I think that's demoralizing for another team.
Hey now.
Yeah, demoralizing loss for OKC forces a Game 7 in our Western Conference Finals series. And guess what? We have another birthday to celebrate.
Yeah.
Because Carmelo Anthony's birthday is tomorrow.
So I got to put the yeehaw on.
You
Yes,
got to
you
put the
do.
yeehaw on.
And
You
I
got to
need
hit
the
us with the
yeehaw.
yee. You got the brown jacket on.
I need
Look,
the
oh,
yeehaw.
you got to blow the candles out and everything.
Come on, yeehaw.
Yeah, the
It's
and
the
the bop
same
bop
hat.
and the bing
Come on.
bong and whatever you want to call it.
What
Put
you
it
got
on
for me?
Yeah. Oh, let me get my hand out. There we go.
That boy,
Listen,
pimping.
Okay, you look clean.
Pimping ain't easy.
Looking like the
Thank
sheriff
you
of NBA
guys out there, to all
Showtime.
my fans, all the supporters of NBC. It's been amazing. May 29th is Gemini season.
Yes, it
you
is.
already know what it is. Thank you, guys. I'm not going to blow these candles out.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to just I'm going to get them out.
Woo. Woo.
I can't do
This
that.
man is a mutant.
Yeah, I can't.
He didn't even flinch.
I can't do that on live television. You know what I'm saying? But the hat is fire. It go with the fit. Thank you guys, man. Team NBC, we love y'all, man. Thank you.
We love you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we
guys.
appreciate
Happy
you.
birthday, doggy.
Let's go get you some 1942.
We're going to celebrate.
Hey,
Some
about an hour till his
celebration
birthday.
tonight, baby.
All right, that's all the time we have for you. Game 7.